I'm here today with Yulia Vozzhaeva, and she is from Omsk city, Russia. She's one of the students at the COA in Mania. We have a large numbers of European students here in the Outer Banks, and considering other bigger places, there are more opportunities for students. Why did you choose the Outer Banks?
I think this is word of mouth. I would have never known about this place unless I knew one person here who recommended me Outer Banks because it's nice weather and it's a resort.
How does this area become known in Russia?
Again, it's a word of mouth. I think when students are getting ready to go to the United States, many of them actually end up in big cities, New York, Washington, D.C., but some of them who know people in Kerala, Kitty Hawk, and so on, they come here.
What are your impressions of the Outer Banks?
Well, I come from Siberia, so I really enjoy the climate here, fresh air. I hear the ocean, I can take a walk on the ocean. I think primarily it's the climate and just the beauty of the nature.
How are you received here in the Outer Banks by the locals?
This question makes me think of my first experience on the Outer Banks, and I was all connected with work because I came here as a work and travel student. So first people I met, they were my employers, and I was very well received by them. I think because they were older, they were the age of my father and mother, they have their own kids, so they were treating us as their own kids if they were away from home. They became our parents, so I consider this to be a very warm welcome.
What are your favorite local activities here? What do you enjoy, or have you discovered something new that you didn't do before?
Yes, I did. I learned how to ride a bike here. I've never driven a car at home, so here I learned how to drive the car and I got my license. That was very exciting. So I consider this to be also the discovery. And I rediscovered running for myself. I run sometimes because it's warmer here. Also, we have a pool nearby, so sometimes I would go and swim.
What about food here?
Well, food is quite different. My favorite food, of course, is seafood because it's available.
You were talking about the food is very different. What is the food that you grew up with, and what do you miss the most?
I think I really miss dairy products because here they're different. They just taste differently. Ice cream, I miss a lot. It's really different in Russia. And we eat a lot of porridges, lots of different grains, and here it looks like just only few people like to eat porridges. They eat mostly. They also don't eat soups. So I mean, they eat soups, but not as much as people at home. So there are some differences in the cuisine that I miss.
What are your impressions of the United States economy and the political system?
Well, it's a controversial question, of course, and I'm not an expert to give you a good review on that, but from what I can see...
Your perspective.
From what I can see, well, I can see that right now the economy is really hurting. Like in Russia, it's doing the same thing, but I think it's still better than in Russia. People have better standards of living here than back home. And in terms of politics, the thing I like about it is people more active and more involved in politics, elections, they discuss it, they talk about it, you see it on TV every day. The negative aspect is probably, it's so complex, the system and how it works, the connection in government, for me it's hard to understand. But I like that people are interested in it and they're not indifferent.
Would you like to stay in the U.S. After your education is complete, or return to your homeland and use your skills there?
Well, I know for sure that I would like to obtain higher education here, say master's degree, probably PhD if I can, and I know that it will take time. By the time I finish, I'm sure I will know the answer.
If you would like to stay, do you think, or do you find our immigration laws difficult, unfair, or otherwise making it hard for you to remain?
It's possible to remain if you do everything according to the word of law.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's difficult because it takes too much time to actually obtain a certain status or become a citizen. I think, and I can understand why government does it, otherwise probably it would become overpopulated. So, but I think they could have done it so that you don't wait as much time if you really want to stay and if you really qualify for being a citizen here.
Do you think the U.S. should allow foreign students to stay here and contribute here with the level of education that after they receive here?
I think it would be wise of government to keep educated people in this country, because today I think information and the knowledge is power. So if you have the person who came and actually became very educated and knowledgeable in a certain field, why not to actually keep the person and make this person contribute the country and economy and just the whole nation? I think that would be wise.
Well, thank you so much.